What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're riding 150 miles. Yes, you heard that right, 150 miles. This is my Lauf Gravel Worlds 2025 race recap. But before we jump into the race recap, I just wanted to quick go over all of the different things or events that you can do here at Lauf Gravel Worlds. So starting with the 4 main bike events here. So first you have the 35-mile gravel race. This is kind of the most casual, the easiest of the 4. And then you have the 75-mile race. This one definitely starts to get a little harder. This is actually the biggest one out of all 4. It's the one that I did last year. And now moving on to the 150-mile race. This is kind of like the main race that the pro riders do. And yeah, the one that I'm doing, I guess I kind of just wanted to challenge myself a little more this year instead of doing the 75. And one really cool thing is I actually got to design the routes for both the 75 and 150 courses, so that was really cool. And then moving on to the 300-mile route. This one is really hard, and it's so you start Friday evening, ride through the night, and it takes about 20 or so, 25 hours to complete. And then Lauf Gravel Worlds also has 4 different running events. You have the 5K fun run, the 10K run, a 25K run, and then a 50K or like 30-mile run. And those take place on Friday. You then have the USAT gravel triathlon championships that take place on Sunday. And that is kind of the whole weekend of stuff to do here at Gravel Worlds. But now we're going to jump into my 150-mile race recap. So now jumping into the race recap. We start right at 6:30 here, and I've kind of broken up the race into 3 main sections. They're each about 50-mile sections. So starting with the first section is from the start to Nebraska City. This is what I'm kind of thinking as like the easiest part of the whole race. You then have the second section, which is from Nebraska City to Weeping Water, Nebraska. This is when it'll start to get a little bit harder, I'm kind of thinking. And then you have the last section, which is from Weeping Water to the finish. And this is kind of what I'm thinking will be the hardest section. So now let's jump right into the race.
I'm superstitious, but it doesn't have to do with me. Won't waste my wishes on it if it wasn't meant to be. And I'll only go out for the moon. I'm hanging on the crest. Yeah, you can meet me if you choose, but I won't hold my breath. No, I won't make you stay, make you stay. Like the stars that fade I've waited long enough for you to show me what you need. And I'm left with nothing here, just wondering why you can't believe. We have a spark that doesn't come too often
So we have jumped ahead now to mile 16 of the course. This is the first of 8 miles of minimum maintenance roads on this course, which are basically like dirt roads. They can get pretty rutted out and like technical at times. They can also get pretty muddy, which is what I'm kind of concerned about going into it, because it did rain the night before, and so there could be a possibility that it could be really muddy and like hike a bike. But we ended up making it through this mile 16 one pretty smoothly, and then just continuing on with the race.
You could tell me if I'm right or wrong. She's quite the sensation, but the list goes on and on. Touching on her tattoos, while she does coke in the bathroom, while the band plays in the back room, trying to take her out the venue. She's somebody that don't need nobody. She's just stuck in my head. Lives of satisfaction, I can't get no reaction. She's just stuck in my head. She's somebody that don't need nobody. She's still stuck in my head. Lives of satisfaction, I can't get no reaction. She's still stuck in my head.
So we fast forward now to mile 24, and this is the third MMR on the course. This one I'm definitely going into it, I'm a little more concerned about. They did get a little more rain down here because we're closer to Nebraska City now. And this one really ends up being like super muddy. The first half was hike a bike, and then I was able to get back on my bike and ride out the last half of it. But yeah, you can just see all these people here at the end of the MMR just having to unclog their forks, but thanks to my Lauf Segla with 2.2 mountain bike tire clearance on it, I was able to ride out of the mud without getting my fork too clogged up and still being able to ride. So that is a massive help in these muddy MMRs. But now we continue on to Nebraska City.
Chasing dreams, I'm chasing light. Pushing boundaries, taking flight. I keep my head high and never look back. No stopping now, I'm on the rise. I'm versatile, yeah, I'll flip the script.
So now we're coming into Nebraska City, checkpoint 1 here at about mile 53 or so of the 150 course. And yeah, I don't know like what it is, but I like these past like 20 miles or 10 miles from like mile 40 to 50 were like the lowest point of the race. Like Nebraska City, like I just really wanted to quit. It was like, I don't know what the deal was, but like that was by far the lowest point of the whole race for me. But I thought now, as we're rolling into Nebraska City here, would be a good time to go over my nutrition plan. So I started with 2 bottles, each with 300 calories of the Good Life Nutrition high carb electrolytes mix, and then I also had 250 milligrams of the low carb of Good Life Nutrition's low carb electrolyte mix, and then I had a camel pack of 400 calories of Good Life Nutrition high carb mix also. And yeah, so coming into Nebraska City at the checkpoint, I think I had a Coke, and then I also refilled one of my bottles with Good Life Nutrition, and then I put water in my other bottle, and then now we continue on to Weeping Water.
Hands that reach but never touch me. Eyes that bleed through the screen. Dance for me, my pixelated dream. Eyes so big and hungry. Help me, I can't help myself. If I can't have you, no one can. I love bread, I love bread. There's nobody who can understand. I love bread, I love bread. Broken apart, how you found me. Longing virtually. I believe in what you mean to me. Do you feel the same thing? Help me, I can't help myself. If I can't have you, no one can. I love bread, I love bread. There's nobody who can understand. I love bread, I love
So we've jumped ahead now to about mile 86, and this was really like, I kind of had like this race, I really had like 2 main low points for the day. The first one being coming into Nebraska City, and then this second one being here at about mile 86. We just have this super long stretch of headwind. It was just like super just brutal, and then we like kind of turn back around and start heading south, kind of down into Weeping Water, and I got in a really good group and I started feeling great, and yeah, we kind of just go into Weeping Water. So now we're rolling into about mile 103 here. This is Weeping Water, Nebraska, or checkpoint 2 of the 150 course. And yeah, so I think I had another Coke, and then I refilled one of my bottles with Good Life Nutrition high carb electrolyte mix there also, and then I refilled one of my bottles with water. And then going out of the Weeping Water, I don't know like what clicked, but like I just felt like the best I felt the whole race going out of Weeping Water. And yeah, so like I kind of like still keep it into a reasonable pace. And then we kind of start going like up north and doing a loop back down, back to the finish. And yeah, I kind of just start like I got in a pretty good group of like 3 or 4 riders. And they kind of like, we had another headwind stretch. Yeah, I kind of just sat on their wheels for most of the time, and then I started, as we kind of turned back to Lincoln, I started feeling like super, super good. And so I kind of just like upped the pace a little bit, kind of rode high, zone 2, low tempo, just kept the pace very consistent. And yeah, I felt pretty much great all the way back to Lincoln.
It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those odds. Got up and I beat those odds. It's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. And now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those odds. Got up and I beat those odds. That's understood. It was always me versus me. It was never me versus you. And now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should. Was never I feel it all, I'm feeling numb, I lost my soul, it's on the run. I need a spot, I need some fun, I'm in the dark, like what's to come. It was always me versus me, it was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those odds. Got up and I beat those odds. It's understood. It was always me versus me, it was never me versus you. And now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should. It was always me versus me, it was never me versus you. Misunderstood. Get up, had to beat those odds. Got up and I beat those odds. That's understood. It was always me versus me, it was never me versus you. And now I'm good. Wake up and I do my part. Wake up and I do my job. Just how I should. It was never me versus you.
So we just finished, and yeah, I wanted to go over some of my stats for the whole day. I'll put them up on the screen so you guys could see. But yeah, I had a total time of 11 hours and 44 minutes with a distance of 152 miles. Yeah, I had an average power of 104 watts with a normalized power of 125, which then brings me to a watts per kilo of 2.2 watts per kilo. I had an average heart rate of 158, an average speed of 12.9 miles per hour, an average cadence of 79, which then brings me to a TSS of 548. And yeah, I'm super happy with the result, super stoked I could check this long ride off my bucket list of rides to do. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next one.